Hello, and happy Fracassi Friday to you, if you're watching this on a Friday. Welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and today, my friends, we have a lettered Fracassi title. A Thunderstorm Books edition. The third of Fracassi's titles published by Thunderstorm Books. The third that I've done that has received sponsored by RRR, the Indian film. No, this, my friends, is No One Is Safe by Philip Fracassi, which is the third short story collection Fracassi has done. First ones being Behold the Void and Beneath the Pale Sky, both of which received the Thunderstorm treatment. Very, very exceptional letter editions there. I did an unboxing video for both of those, so if you feel like you're missing out and you need to check those out, I encourage you to go watch those. They're really cool. Really nice editions. So, I, of course, had to get the lettered edition of No One Is Safe. There was also a numbered edition of No One Is Safe. I had to... Oh, we got a dinged slipcase, traycase. All that bubble wrap for nothing. Oh, no. Anyways, there was a numbered edition as well, if No One Is Safe. I skipped on that one just because I'm trying to limit myself to one edition per title. It's an expensive hobby. And, well, I knew I needed to get the lettered edition. Unfortunately, like I said, a little bump on the tray case there, which, you know, I'll see if maybe there's an extra tray case that he has. I don't know. But hopefully the book itself is unharmed. It's extra added protection. It looks to be unharmed, and it is smooth. What a smooth, smooth volume. I mean, it is, yes, I don't know if this is genuine leather as opposed to bonded leather. Wow, look at those end papers. Thunderstorm usually does use bonded leather for their titles, which is very nice. I mean, they're very uniform in their style. Paul from Thunderstorm has his eyes set on what he wants to do, you know, the box title on it and so on. I've done quite a few Thunderstorm unboxings on the channel here. You should check those out. Here, of course, is the cover artwork, which was used for the numbered edition. Here is a frontispiece in the leather edition, featuring Sebastian Stan running away with a cat and his Apple Watch. And a zoomed-in illustration on Sebastian Stan for the signature page. This is RR of 52 copies. No One Is Safe is the third collection, as I mentioned, the first one being Behold the Void and Beneath the Pale Sky, all of which were published by Lethe. I think they were all published by Lethe. I know for a fact that Beneath the Pale Sky was Lethe, and this one is Lethe. I can't speak with certainty on Behold the Void, because I only discovered Philip Fracassi myself with Beneath the Pale Sky. I'm pretty sure that one's Lethe as well. I think it was like originally like self-published, and then Lethe picked it up. So anyways, here's the publication credits of these short stories that are within this collection. Some of which you might already have, such as if you bought Inner Zone magazine or The Last Haunted House story, which was from 13 Haunted Houses from Weird House Press, or New Maps of Dream from PS Publishing, Close to Midnight and the Bad Book were both previously published. Rowe's Originals Collection. Anyways, I mean, these titles can be read elsewhere. This does feature an introduction by Ronald Malfi, also known as the Self-Confessed Fracassi Junkie's Introduction. I love it. Oh, there's story notes in the back, too. Of these, I think the only one I've actually read so far is The Last Haunted House story from 13 Haunted Houses. It is spectacular. That is, I mean, 13 Haunted Houses has some very, very good short stories throughout it. I mean, lots of big, heavy-hitting writers in there. I'm not going to lie, I say that Philip Fracassi's The Last Haunted House story is probably the best one in that collection. Absolutely worth reading. I don't think I've read any of these other ones. I do have the paperback copy from Lethe. I'm actually looking at it right now off camera. But it's one of those things where I've been meaning to read it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So many books to read, you know? It's so many books to read, and you got to wait until you're in a slump and you're just like, oh, I need something really good to read. This when you bust out the Philip Fracassi, because he does not disappoint. I mean, I did read, his latest novel, Serafina. That was spectacular. Loved that. Did a full book review on that. I feel like Serafina sold out now, right? Or no, because Serafina had more copies. I think Serafina had 750 copies. So I think Serafina might still be available to Earthling. If it is, you should definitely pick up a copy, because that is a spectacular edition. And once it goes out of print, it's going to be tough to find, because it's an Earthling title. Those titles are hard to find once they go out of print. I mean, it's not impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's hard. So that, my friends, is No One Is Safe by Philip Fracassi. It is completely sold out through Thunderstorm Books. So you have to go to the secondary market if you want to find it. This is the lettered edition. The more commonly found numbered edition should be much cheaper than the lettered edition. Should be easier to find as well, but you'd have to, seek that out on the secondary market or through perhaps other sellers. Maybe Camelot Books has a copy, for example. It's definitely worth checking out Thunderstorm Books. Most of their titles have a very small limitation. I know, being a lettered edition, you're like, wow, that's a small limitation of 52 copies. Believe it or not, 52 is pretty much the norm for most numbered editions for Thunderstorm Books, if not fewer. I believe one of the ones I just unboxed a few weeks back, it was only 40 copies. That's a numbered edition. So they very much publish a lot of extreme horror, a lot of kind of splatter punk, a lot of makes you kind of squirm and need a shower kind of horror, but that's not always the case. Philip Fracassi is not necessarily the case there. Although Gothic by Philip Fracassi is very much a throwback to classic 80s horror. Think your Richard Lehman type horror. So he does have some gruesome stuff, but you're not necessarily going to get it. I shouldn't even be speaking about this one, because there very much could be the case with No One Is Safe. Maybe Philip Fracassi is saying the gloves are off. No one is safe. Who knows? But anyways, fingers crossed that we eventually get more Fracassi from Thunderstorm Books. I don't know what it would be if we were to get more, just because so far every other Fracassi title has received a special edition in the U.S. thus far. Boys in the Valley was Earthling, Gothic, Earthling, Serafina, Earthling. Child Alone with Strangers had Levidian. The only ones I could possibly think of is there are two, not really horror, more of like psychological novels. The Egotist and Don't Let Them Get You Down. I don't think either of those, they both have special editions from Zagava, but Zagava is over in Europe. Those aren't U.S. special editions, so maybe it's not really the same. It's not really what Thunderstorm publishes, but hey, you never know. Or maybe Philip Fracassi can keep cranking out short stories, keep cranking out novellas, keep cranking out stuff that can be collected by Thunderstorm Books, because I would be all for that. More Fracassi is good Fracassi. But anyways, that, my friends, is No One Is Safe, as published in a trade edition by Lethe Press, as published in a special edition by Thunderstorm Books. Check out Thunderstorm, check out Lethe, check out Philip Fracassi. I cannot emphasize that enough. The man is incredible. If you are a huge fan of his, you can also go to Patreon. He actually has a Patreon as well. His is another superb Patreon. Lots of great short stories that you can have, delivered directly to your ebook or tablet or phone, what have you, based on that, even at the lowest levels. But anyways, Fracassi, do not sleep on Fracassi. Fracassi, Tyler Jones, you don't want to sleep on those guys. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I do at least one book review a week. Once I do read No One Is Safe, I will do a full book review on the channel here. But until then, I have plenty of other unboxing videos, including Thunderstorm Books, Subterranean Press, Suntop when I get them, and so on and so forth. Just an absolute plethora of things to keep you entertained. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you around next time.